And so, so we're trying to stop her from causing serious problems. And there are the zombie fishermen on the docks or whatever there were when we were here before. Right. We've been steadily making our way forward, but there have been additional zombies and or whatever we've had to deal with in the meantime. Maybe, I don't know if I can. Nah, I can't shut that. I don't know if anything's going to come behind me. I suppose it's probably less likely. I'm going to do this. See anybody here? Yeah? I don't see anybody in this open area, which is kind of not great. An wide open area? Yeah, that's not generally good when you have an enemy potentially lurking about somewhere. It's a little bit of a glitch. You can fall down inside that and then get stuck. Xexor, why have it been green all the time? I don't know. It's a good point. Probably for ambiance in the game. Yeah, but like, if it did with real life, it would not be so green, would it? Well, maybe. There's certain gas, I suppose. Some gases are green. But like, what gas? Like swamp gas or something? You were like on an island by the ocean. Or out in the ocean. Yeah, I know. I don't know. Maybe it's not swamp gas. I don't know. Dead, not a zombie. Apparently. Okay. I'm, of course, not a fan of this. But I think there's a whole lot I can do about it, so. Well, you could not go into the psycho area, where obviously there's a trap waiting for you. Well, I mean, I could, but then I would never finish the game. And your point is that I wouldn't finish the game. Right, I'm still not seeing the point. Shut up. Okay. All right. Whoa! And I didn't even get around the corner. You like saw me before I even got around the corner. It was probably an automatic thing, I guess. It's like something like, somebody spotted you. I'm like, but okay, I was behind the corner, but okay. Jeez. Here's another potential issue, too. Because Pierce is not far behind Sarah Hawkins on losing her sanity, right? Yeah, I know, it did kind of, too, right? Pierce isn't us. Pierce Hawkins, or Pierce, sorry, Edward Pierce, the PI we're playing, is not far behind on losing his sanity. Like, being completely insane. I wonder how many of these zombies were actually normal citizens that we went psycho and killed. Honestly. I'm wondering how much of this is unnecessary killing, but we're insane, and so we perceive them as threats when they aren't actually. Yeah, that's what I'm fearing, honestly. Okay. Then we're gonna have stuff here, probably. Maybe not. Although we are seeing some dead bodies like this, and that last guy that's leaning against the side over there. So I don't... Would we, if we were perceiving normal people as threats, would we also hallucinate dead bodies? I suppose we could. Kind of our mind trying to maybe synchronize things, try to make, like, piece things together in such a way that it makes sense. Well, obviously these were threats, as these other, you know, dead bodies attest. Whoa. Yeah.
Damn it.
So I'm out of ammo now. We didn't have an ammo counter. I wonder if that would have happened automatically. You automatically... I don't know about automatically shoot him, though. Another dead body. I don't have anything new. Okay. But yeah, see, if we go to our sanity, like, we're pretty much almost gone. We're psychotic. Yeah. Well, if I knew there were a limitation, maybe I would have tried to sneak instead. But it wasn't previously. It wasn't showing me any kind of bullet counter, so I didn't know that there was going to be a limit. Well, like I said, it may not have actually been a limit. It might have been an automatic thing. I mean, not automatic, but like, basically it might have been a thing where when you pass that last enemy, your gun automatically is jammed, so you don't potentially use it for a later encounter. I don't know that that's true, but that could obviously be scripted. And then what's... this other... Like, there's a shack here of some kind. I don't know what's inside there. Nothing? Yeah. Looks like nothing. Okay. And then coming back around this way, there's nothing else, huh? A winch that we're not going to turn, apparently. Can't access that door. Oh, there's another one. Who knows how far this one wanders, too. Oh. And then just like that. Maybe I can do this then. Ha. Okay. So that was just a jump scare. Oh no. It wasn't. He dropped and he's wandering. Oh, well, that's fantastic. I guess I want to... sneak past so he won't see me. Is he just gonna face that one way? Nobody's coming over there. Does he never move? I can't tell if this is a dead end that way. I can no longer shoot him, right? Yeah. I think I'm going that way. Oh, I think he'll see me if I go in there. think he can't see me from there. I can't really go under there, huh? Right, let's go around, I guess.
It's happening. It's happening.
What's happening? The death of everybody? It looks like this is the clear way to go, but I don't... What about all that over there, though? Was that just a debate? Yeah, I don't have any weapon. I don't get the... I had the fist icon before when I could fight one of them, right? I don't get that now. I suppose I could have just sneaked before, but I guess now that's pretty much what I'm doing, right? I'm just sneaking. Is that what I'm doing? I'm going up. I guess. Can't even grab one of these as like protection for myself? Some kind of a weapon? Apparently not. Okay. Oh, okay, we're in the next one. We did make it to the whaling station, I guess. Chapter 13, Abandoned Whaling Station. Pierce crossed the docks, where old acquaintances and new faces met their ends. All over the place, Leviathan slaves were wandering in search of a victim. After fighting his way through and discovering the truth about the origin of the cult and its founders, Pierce finally reached the whaling station. He hopes to catch Sarah Hawkins before she does something bad. Yeah, Leviathan's slaves. I mean, technically, there was a way to know, right? I could have gone back and wandered around that other area too, but not now. Now that we loaded the new area, I won't be able to. Since this made it to our destination, I'm kind of assuming that the plan was to...
Thou shalt be free. Sarah is with those bastards. I gotta find her quick.
Too quick, though? I mean... Probably don't want to draw attention to myself.
This tank seems strong enough to break down the door.
Okay. So I'm going to want to use a machine or something to get it to pull this way, I'm assuming. And then maybe swing to hit the door. Maybe not. Currently, at least, it doesn't look like there are zombies or anything in here.
A rope and a hook. Could use that to hold the reservoir back.
Maritime Bank, yeah. Prices and stuff. Stop. Stop. There we go.
Another volume of the Reverend's wife's diary.
Detective Historian. These are the last entries of the pastor's wife. Her husband ordered his faithful to come together for a final ceremony in the honor of Leviathan. She fears that the pastor will ask them to sacrifice themselves to this abomination. She tried to escape. This is probably why her body was found in a cave under the mansion. Jeez, yeah.
Looks like a page from a log from 1847.
Friday the 4th, June 1847, 53 North, 53 West. We are starving. The fish seems to have deserted these waters. If I don't quickly find an answer to this crisis, Fitzroy could well set off a mutiny. Each day, more and more men believe in his tales of a miraculous catch. Merciful God, help me. Wednesday 9th, June 1847, 57 North, 51 West. We sighted an enormous whale further to the south. The biggest we've ever seen. Fitzroy keeps telling the men that this is the miraculous catch he promised them. We will catch it and bring it back home to feed our families.
Fuller was a crew member too. Interesting.
Wednesday, 23rd June, 1847. 33 North, 53 West. Yeah, Fuller is the doctor in the Institute. So there's that. 33 North, 53 West. The morning is biting cold. This creature made us work hard. Half of my crew is dead. I've never seen such a thing. I do not even know how to describe what happened. It's as if the creature was talking inside our heads. Some of my men went crazy and jumped overboard. This thing is not a whale. It's far bigger. I don't even know how to describe it. It practically gutted our ship with these tentacles. I don't know how. My harpoon finally pierced the skull of this monster. The crew is in a sorry state. Fuller looks after the injured, but some will not recover. Yeah, how the frick is Fuller alive like 80 years later? Because this is like in the 1920s when we're supposedly doing this investigation. How is Fuller alive like 75, 80 years later? I don't know. Key opens offices of the whaling station. Right. Okay, and I guess that's everything in here. Do I need to open the offices then? Those aren't the offices? Okay. Oh, this must be the office up here. Oh. All right.
It mentions the Leviathan, how it drove the sailors mad.
Friday, 27th June, 1847. Yeah, so here's what I'm thinking. They caught some kind of creature, not Cthulhu, obviously, but some kind of creature from Cthulhu's realm. And when they killed it, they didn't fully kill it. Like, they took out its body and maybe, like, it looked like from past memories and stuff, they cut up its body into slices and fed people. But it seems like the soul of the Leviathan is still haunting the island, right? Because he was talking about earlier, or the text was saying earlier, that the Leviathan had made the fishermen into zombies and so on. The Leviathan had appeared to us. It affected Bradley and so on. It's affecting, I think I don't think it's the Shambler anymore. I think she sent the dimensional Shambler back to its realm, but I think Sarah Hawkins, is now also kind of a slave to the Leviathan. So the Leviathan is a very, very powerful, malevolent spirit now, where previously it had a physical form, and they caught it and killed it, but it's still haunting the island. Something like that. I don't know for sure, but anyway. Okay, Friday, 27th June, 1847. 37 north, 63 west. They've drifted quite a ways, or sailed quite a ways, whichever. The whole crew has ascended into madness. They speak of dreams, visions of a nightmarish city, and of a sleeping god, which would be Cthulhu. Cthulhu would be the sleeping god. Madness. I locked myself in my cabin. I won't be able to hold out for long. Fitzroy has 12 men on his side. They sacrificed everyone who tried to stop them to their new god. I beseech you, Almighty God, to have pity on our souls. This will be my last prayer. I can hear them whispering. I think so. Cursed, or possibly in eating him, they became kind of partially possessed. I don't know. I feel like it's hard to say. Like, I don't know how it's supposed to work and things like this, but it feels like, it's seeming like right now, again, we're dealing with insane things, so who knows what actually is happening, but it seems like right now, the fishermen couldn't find any whales, any fish, probably because the Leviathan was in the sea, and the Leviathan was eating them all. They finally found the Leviathan and killed it, and pulled it on board thinking they had found, the miraculous catch, but instead of being a whale, it was this thing with tentacles and stuff. Probably, I think, something from Cthulhu's realm. And there is, I believe also, I think, in the Cthulhu mythos, I believe there is a creature from Cthulhu's realm called the Leviathan. I'm not 100% sure, but I think so. It's been a long time since I read that. Anyway. And so they caught it and they killed it, but because they killed it, its ghost or whatever now, because it's from another realm, it's kind of like halfway stuck here. So it's a ghost, as it were. And so it's kind of, and it's malevolent because it's obviously upset that they killed it or ate its body or whatever. So it's kind of going around seeking vengeance. So it's showing visions to people, making them mad. It's making them attack anybody who's trying to stop. So I think what it's trying to do, honestly, I think it's trying to get Sarah, because she's the one who's most in tune with the mythos and the occult and stuff, right? I think it's trying to get her to open a portal so Cthulhu himself can come through. Because the Leviathan, being from that realm, is going to serve Cthulhu, right? So, yeah, they shouldn't have eaten him, no. But they didn't know, right? And they were starving. What would you do if you were starving? You pulled something out of the water. You didn't know what it was. But, I mean, this is the middle of the 1800s. So it's not like you've discovered all the things that are in the sea or anything. So you find this thing out from the water, and you're hungry. You're starving to death. Wouldn't you cut it up and eat it if you caught it with your harpoon? I would expect so, right? Anyway. So, I mean, they shouldn't have, but they didn't know they shouldn't have, I don't think. All right. Okay, so I can use those, apparently, probably to move that barrel. Different than what I was initially expecting, but there you go. Okay, and then this just goes back out the other side. I'm now wondering where I entered from outside. Since I'm here, this was locked and this goes to the offices. But okay, sure. Let's do that. All right. So I will want to...
Doesn't work. This handle moves the reservoir. If I can get some momentum, it might work as a ram.
Oh, I know. I think I know what the idea is now. So we get that hook and rope, and we hook it here. And then...
This should stop the cart from moving. This should help me get the tank swinging.
Yep. I'll get it at an angle, and then I'll come back out here and release one of the hooks, and then it will bash the door, I think.
I need something to cut the rope to release the tank against the door.
we go.
Just what I need to sever that rope.
This knife is rusty, but it still looks usable. Yeah, to the serrated edge right there. So, well, it looks like serrated edge. Could be just a graphical glitch, but it's a sharp edge anyway. All right, here we go. The Beast in the Cave. Achievement. I feel like I don't like that. Which way do I want to go? Do I want to go down this way, where I'm close coming down the stairs? Or let's go to the far side, just in case. I have no idea what's going to potentially see me as I'm approaching. See, that other ladder is awfully close. I don't know, though. It is by those crates. Nah, we'll just go this way. Okay. Anything over here? No, just some random area, some area that's randomly lit up, I guess. Oh, from there probably, yeah, from outside. So there's Sarah. I'm probably gonna have to fight her or something. Or fight something that's serving her or whatever. Alright. I'm sure it's not like she can't see me coming.
Sarah? What is that thing? What is that thing?
Maybe I don't want to come closer.
Hello. Who is this?
The quest for truth requires sacrifice. There's no room for compassion.
Who's there?
Your stubbornness at wanting to help others who would have deserted you is a weakness. Fate leads us inevitably to solitude, and in one's final moments, one is always alone. You can't escape it forever. It will always find its way.
Damn it!
I can't get away, apparently. I have to go confront this at some point. Alright, fine. Oh.
Everything points back to the day they brought in that thing.
Photograph of the crew of the Scylla. Yeah, see? There's Fuller. Here's, what's his name? The captain that brought you to the island. I don't remember his name now. We can look here in a second. But anyway, here he is. Oh, Fitzroy, right? Yeah, Fitzroy. He was one of the mutineers, too. So Fuller, Fitzroy. Was this Edward Hawkins? Photograph the crew of Scylla. A forgotten photograph in the offices of the whaling station. Only a handful of the Scylla crew is present. Captain Fitzroy and Dr. Fuller are included. Its date is 1847. Let's... That. Knowledge. Oh yeah, the additional diary, yep. Okay, clues. Dark water, occult. Leviathan. Stellar larva, offspring of the earth. Leviathan is seen, feared, worshipped, and named by men. It is linked by its dreams to the one who sleeps, and will not find rest until its divine progenitor is free. Yeah, it's a servant of Cthulhu, yep. There is no greater predator on Earth, and yet this being that feeds on huge creatures will never directly attack men. It will instill fear, the dreams of Rhea, and finally, madness into the minds of those it chooses to serve its designs. Cursed are those who cross its path, and more cursed still, those who hear its voice, because, for them, no salvation in death. Extract taken by the from the Necronomicon by Abdul Alhazred. Yeah, could be. It's possible the fact that they ate it also may have done that. Eating Leviathan might have given them some kind of prolonged life, possibly. Yeah, Cthulhu. Jeez. Okay. So that's the occult. Okay, Pierce. Even more. Jeez, dude. God dang it. Leviathan. The true appearance of Leviathan was revealed, and no man can support this vision without going mad. Pierce set his eyes upon this cosmic being, and his mind suffered a new attack. He is trapped in the whaling station with Leviathan, and he must endure a series of ordeals if he is to survive this encounter. His choices will bear serious consequences for his sanity. Gosh dang it. Okay. 2 available character points. 5. Okay. Nothing there.
While the sailors were going insane, Fitzroy and the mutineers took over the ship and probably killed the captain.
Thursday, 25th June 1847, 35 north 9. I can't talk. 35 north, 59 west. Fitzroy encouraged the men all day. They are in shock and can't overcome their trauma. They say they can hear the screams of their comrades turned mad. Some of them hurt themselves in a desperate attempt to stop the visions that haunted them. Others chose to embrace them. Fitzroy is one of the latter. He named the beast Leviathan because he believes in his biblical nature. I told them to get rid of it before it's too late. This thing is not the work of God.
An old log.
Voyage into History achievement. Monday, 24th May, 1847, 42 north, 70 west. We have sailed from the island of Darkwater towards the north. Sailors say that these waters are haunted. I don't believe in these tales. It's not a good time for us. My men haven't seen the slightest trace of a whale for quite a while. If this season doesn't improve, they will no longer wish to serve on the Scylla. Sunday, 30th May, so almost a week later, 1847. 47 north, 55 west. We are not the only hunters here. While we are looking for a prey, we found dead whales, a dozen of them drifting, their entrails exposed. They had been shred, as if they had been attacked by a huge predator. It's very strange. Perhaps it is a sign from God. Perhaps it is this good catch that we have long hoped for. We must find it, whatever the risk.
Belonging to the captain of the Scylla. The pages I found seem to be the missing ones.
Excision of the Madness Stone. Beliefs and other superstitions have sometimes contributed to the development of medicine. Several centuries ago, it was thought that a patient with a mental disorder had a stone of madness in his skull. A trepanation of the skull and excision were thus performed. Sometimes the patient survived. Sometimes he was cured. Today, the vocabulary has changed, but the methods a little less. I see. So we're now at 42% on our medical knowledge. Okay. Jeez.
They eat his flesh while he's still alive.
So Leviathan is still alive and they're eating him. Jeez, dude. Is there anything in here to do? I don't really seem like it. Okay. So take it we're going to have to go through... Well, maybe not. Okay. Don't really have a choice, huh? I have to do this. I don't know if I'm going to have to hurry either. Let's just run.
Learn to obey.
Learn to obey, huh? Screw you, Leviathan. Screw you. I will never obey you. Fuller.
Ah, finally awake. How do you feel, Mr. Pierce?
Fuller! Son of a bitch! I'll kill you!
No, I'm not even really with you. Well, to be perfectly precise, I am with you. But not in this cell.
What have you done to me?
Me? Nothing, really. See, it's one of the exquisite effects of this incredible creature.
Leviathan!
I see you already know about it. Well, shall we begin?
Begin? Begin what? I said don't. So I'm just resisting, but apparently I don't have a choice. Don't eat the meat.
Let me take a sample from you. Flesh, blood, spinal fluids. Don't fear. I created the mythological ichor from Leviathan's flesh. Who knows what I can make with you? I need your body for my research.
Yeah. Curse you, stupid. I really don't have a choice in this stupid game. Don't take the gun. It doesn't do anything. It says it affects my destiny, but...
I killed him.
Unnecessary sacrifice that proves your determination.
Can I even get through there? It's steaming. Can't look over that way. Ah! Okay.
Find the truth.
I thought I was going to get burned, not fall. That was a good, what do you call it? Trick, I guess. Oh, it's the same? Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay. I don't know. What am I doing wrong? Okay, hang on. There's got to be a clue here. Let's see. Danger, high voltage. Okay, there's a door behind me. Door there and a door there. See, these are all kind of not real doors. They're sort of not real. So yeah, they're like kind of... They only form as you get closer. But that one is consistently here. So maybe I go this one. There we go. So I guess nothing over here. Apparently. Oh, we can go over here. I don't know what any of these do. We have 3, 4. What happens if I turn this one? Oh, and then this stuff forms again. Interesting. Okay, so there's probably a clue, or might be a clue over here. Okay, I can pull a lever. That doesn't tell me anything. No jump in this game, so I won't gonna try seeing what's in there. It's too high currently. Whoop. That was not okay. Are any of these real? Okay, what? Okay, that second one and that first one. So this third one? Okay, and then which of those appears or disappears? I don't want to fall off as I do this. Like this. And then this. And I feel like the rest of that is not real. I think this disappeared, didn't it? But so did this. So what? Where would I go from there? What the? What the what? See, that's ethereal. So's that. Oh. So maybe I go like this and then across. Let's see. If I go back here. Yeah, that's still not ethereal. Okay. So I think we'll see. I might still fall, but I think I have it. Here, 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 and then here. Okay. So whichever of these is not ethereal is the one I want to turn. Looks like this is fake, this is fake. That far one is fake. I think this is real. Okay. And now, oh. I go this way? Okay. Now I have to do the other side, I think, here. Alright. But I can't really... That's fake. Fake, fake, fake. Okay, so this third one. Alright. So now, I think I just pull the lever. All this stuff over here was fake. I don't think it's an actual thing. Where? Okay. I was trying to wait, but okay, I guess. Skip this. I can't skip it, so we have to do it each time. Yeah, it's like the game contrasts in a lot of ways, that's right. Oh. Okay, maybe I just have to go. Gosh dang it, dude. Okay. Down. Can I go down? Can I not? Oh. Apparently I can't go down there to go underneath. Okay. How? Okay. I guess I just go down. I guess I just have to go down. Get there. Do the sequence again and 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 again. Apparently it's not going to let me. Oh. Okay, cutscene. Ah, cultists.
Pierce.
Fitzroy.
Time to hoist the white flag. We're not gonna hurt you.
I won't go without a fight.
You think you're here of your own accord?
Stay back, or I'll put a bullet in your head.
Our supreme oracle has spoken. You will follow your destiny.
What?
In his awakening.
Water's not the place you want to be.
I see. You cannot escape my awareness.
Yeah, I think I'm close to the end.
I followed your wanderings, your choices, your attempts to free yourself from destiny. But it is unavoidable. And as I predicted, you have come to free me. Awaken and call him.
Chapter 14, Coastal Cave. Pierce finally met Leviathan in flesh and blood. The monstrous creature submitted him to a series of ordeals, at the end of which he decided that the detective was ready to face his destiny. Pierce blew up the whaling station and, after a final confrontation with Leviathan, he passed out.
The voice. I can't hear the voice anymore.
I, right about now think Pierce is thinking, if only I had never taken this stupid case to find Webster's daughter. He's thinking he's free because he's not hearing the voice. That's because he's so close to where Leviathan actually is or whatever to be let out that Leviathan doesn't have to. Yeah, see, now he's got the voice again.
Keep going.
My God.
This way.
We just passed out?
Up. Walk.
Almost. This is all cutscene. I'm not moving at all, so. Well, yeah. Well, kinda.
Is somebody there? Hey, who are you?
I don't think the Leviathan wants to be set free. I think Cthulhu wants to be set free.
Where am I?
I think Leviathan was talking to us, but I think it's Cthulhu that wants to be set free. I don't think it's Leviathan.
The miraculous catch was a trap. Leviathan wanted to be found.
So I think Leviathan's looking to be free. I think maybe it is. I don't know. I feel like Leviathan might be trying to get its master Cthulhu free. So Leviathan wanted to be found so that it could start taking control of the minds of everybody on the island, so it could try to force them to help it free Leviathan.
To our fallen crew members, they have given their lives for a greater purpose. The last name added is that of Charles Hawkins. I'm willing to bet that they killed all the survivors of the miraculous catch. It always comes back to the Scylla. It was where it all began.
Hey, Monmouth, welcome. Oh, yeah. I think we're almost to the end.
It will soon be time, Edward Pierce.
You are dead. None of this is real. I saw you dead, as I see you now. Am I crazy too?
You survived. Don't you understand? You couldn't die. You will stay alive until you've fulfilled your destiny.
No.
Look at me. Look at me, Pierce. Dare tell me that you still don't believe it.
What has happened to you?
Oh, Pierce. You insist on ignoring the truth when it's right there in front of you. Sarah Hawkins saw you as you really are. This painting is the proof.
This is madness.
It's not just your life that is at stake. Many men and women have sacrificed themselves for this moment.
Colden!
You will not deprive them of their hope of a better life.
I saw what Leviathan did to Ford. We will all die like him.
His life was written well before it started. It was not predetermined that he lived to see the call. But you? Yes. It is your destiny.
You're mistaken. I believe no more in destiny than I do in vampires, gods, and their female prophets.
Oh, well done. You're really impressive.
Again, this denial. It doesn't matter anymore. The future is now but an image that Sarah Hawkins has painted for you. Why don't you go and join her, you who believe in nothing? And then, you'll see. You'll see that there are truths so powerful, so overwhelming, that even a mind as narrow as yours cannot withstand them.
And what is your truth, Cole? What is your role in this story?
I must take you to Sarah Hawkins, our oracle.
The Voice Beyond the Grave achievement.
Sarah, tell me where you took her.
We'll find her at Alabaster Point.
I'm going to get her. Don't try to stop me.
Of course.
Shut up. Get out of my way.
Stop fighting the dead.
No one can fight their fate. Neither them, nor you.
Shut up! Silence! Stop! Go away! Stop!
Don't resist, Edward. They're already dead. There's nothing you can do. Just give in.
What happened to me? Sarah. I must go to Sarah. She is the Oracle. She will know what to do.
What? We're taking our cues from her now? God dang it. Stupid insanity. We should not have read those stupid books earlier. If only I could have resisted the temptation. Gosh dang it. I should never have read those stupid occult books, and I wouldn't have lost as much sanity. I'd still be insane, but not as much, I think. So this, and then, oh, I guess just getting down there was enough. Chapter 14, Alabaster Point. After a final confrontation, Pierce must go to Alabaster Point, where Sarah Hawkins is supposed to be waiting for him. There, he must make decisions that could change the destiny of the world. Okay, I have no light now, no lantern nor cigarette lighter, so I can't see anything if it's too dark at this point. Probably lost all of my stuff when I fell overboard. Or not fell, when I fell in the water in that cutscene. Oh, I see what you're saying. So you've not, it's not, you yourself have not played this far in the game. Is that what you're saying, Monmouth? Well, I don't want to spoil it for you, but I mean, obviously.
Stops
It's your choice.
None
But
of this makes sense.
Go. She is waiting.
What have they done to me?
yeah. Yep.
Come on. Oh.
I don't know for sure,
Mr.
but
Pierce, I was expecting you.
Fuller, you died in front of my eyes.
Don't jump to conclusions. Is there not the tiniest spark of a scientific mind inside of that detective skull of yours?
What abject substance did you use to turn her into an empty shell?
Abject substance. The serum extracted from Leviathan's oil bestows the power of life. To me, my body is nothing but the mortal vessel of my conscience. To you, it contains more answers and secrets than your insignificant mind can grasp.
I don't know that he would have. I feel like Pierce might have had some kind of a chance to come out of this not completely insane, but I screwed it up by reading those stupid occult tomes. I shouldn't have read those books. If I would have resisted the urge, he might have had a chance.
Here you are. You never give up.
That is not you. Not anymore. Not since your disappearance on the docks.
Ah, detective. So easy to fool you. So eager to rush to the rescue of a woman in distress.
You won't make me regret having tried to save people. I did what I could. Even for Colden.
Your efforts to change your destiny, although in vain, make you worthy of the fate that is yours. The day has come. You will be asked to choose.
Why do I just kind of know automatically this is not going to be an easy choice? Hawkins?
You took everything from me. Wife, life, destiny. You forsook your right to a normal life the moment you chose power over humanity. No one wants to see such an unbearable sight.
You don't have the slightest idea of what you speak, of what I've been through. I have sacrificed my life to the one who sleeps. My marriage, my family, my own flesh. Why didn't Sarah choose me? Why is it your damn face on her painting?
But you already know it. I can see that you will make the right choice.
I don't know. I don't know.
So, you've decided to shut your eyes. Find refuge in denial like a spooked child. You've lost your mind. And to think mankind's future is on your shoulders. None of this is real. Trust your guts.
If nothing's real, what are you?
I am a projection of your mind. What remains of that instinct that pulled you out of the trenches. You rejected her half-truths.
So that's kind of, I feel like a lot of this, like reality was saying, I feel like a lot of this is half truth, trying to trick us into doing something that seems obvious.
It's right there.
I'm almost there.
Oh, I thought it was like a shard or a stick or pole or something to grab. It was just like where a couple of these edges met. Oh, there are stairs here. I thought I'd had to go that way. This is a cutscene. I'm not moving myself.
Here you are at last, Truth Seeker.
She was waiting for you.
You were waiting for me.
Yes. When I finally discovered the truth, I knew you would come. All this time I was fighting it, afraid of what I might discover. But I was afraid of myself.
It's coming.
What did you learn?
Listen to me, Edward Pierce, as I will deliver the truth.
I don't know enough to use this one. How much more crazy do I have to go to get... I read every occult thing. What the frick? How do I not have enough? I guess I needed to start the game with more points in occult or something.
Look around you. Everything is falling apart. You must stop this madness.
I can't make that choice. This will be your decision. One man only, prepared by the trials and revelations, holds the power to change the world. Because I saw you in the dreams I share with my God. I recognize you for what you are, a truth seeker. One of the rare humans who is able to perceive fragments of his mind.
Yes, yes.
I feel the truth in your words.
Because it was written. Or, as I like to see it, painted on the canvas of fate.
To the dagger. The one, I think it's the same dagger that caused the Shambler to go back in that painting when we were in the gallery of that, the Sanders place.
I can't let you do this.
No one can force you.
So she's gonna walk off the edge and sacrifice herself. Perform. I wonder if that'll somehow perform the ritual anyway. Yeah. Dedicated to the founder of the Chaosium, the Grand Shaman of Gaming, etc. Well, that's unfortunate. But, I mean, in fairness, couple things. First of all, you went to the island believing Sarah and Charles and Simon were already dead, right? Simon was dead. Sarah was taken and basically subjected to all these chemicals and experiments from Dr. Fuller. So she was basically as good as dead. And Charles was also basically as good as dead. Because he'd sacrificed everything and given himself over to the cult. So the consequences were a lot more widespread than if they had just died in a fire. But, yeah. I don't know if he ever can recover. I don't know if Edward can ever regain his sanity. They even say earlier in the game, like not too long ago, not too far back, they say like once he's looked at the other side, once he's looked in the mind of Cthulhu or into the other dimension, once he's seen that stuff, it's pretty much always with you. So I don't know if they're planning on making an additional game. If they do, again, I don't know that they feel that they need to even, but if they do, I can almost guarantee Edward Pierce is not going to be the character you play. I think he's too far gone. I feel like even if you don't go through all that other stuff. See, earlier tonight, I was saying, well, maybe if I hadn't read those tomes, right, as I was walking slowly up the stairs, I was like, if I hadn't read those tomes. The thing is, I didn't even think about that. They earlier tonight specifically said, once you've seen that part, that other dimension, there's no turning back. So I feel like he's pretty much done. So I don't really think there's any hope for him, unfortunately. It's too bad too. Good game. Good game. Oh, final scene maybe. Maybe we'll find out if he recovers at all. He's got a whole lot of pills, so that doesn't bode well. Jeez. So is that must be the final painting she did. So you look at the bottom right, that's her signature. So she painted herself dying on the rocks as well. Farewell achievement. Jeez, man. That's unfortunate. All right. And I feel like, because she said that he knew, she already had seen like what was going to happen. She already saw that he was going to choose what he did. So in this case, she saw that he chose to not perform the ritual, and so she plummeted to her death. I feel like if you would have chosen to perform the ritual, she would have had that painting as well, or instead. And I that last choice, that last occult choice that I wasn't able to access, I think I probably just had to make the same choices throughout the game, except at the beginning, spike up my occult knowledge with all the points. Maybe then I would have had enough to use that last option. I feel like that last option might be a way to talk her down. Because the occult option said something like, you are, what did it say? Like, you are lost, or you've lost your way, or something. So I wonder if that's not from the perspective of Cthulhu or Leviathan convincing her that she's not a good enough disciple. I feel like that might, I mean, I don't know, right? Because I wasn't able to choose it, but I feel like that might have been a way, like talking somebody off a ledge that's gonna, that's having thoughts of jumping, right? It's kind of the same idea, I think. If you had her where she was totally committed to do this ceremony, but I wonder if you instead choose that option, if that kind of talks her out of it, and then she survives. I don't know though. I mean, either way, it's not going to be good for Webster either, right? The guy who originally hired you to go do the investigation in the first place, because he was wanting to, well, one, find out if they were dead, the circumstances surrounding the death of his daughter and grandson. But if they weren't dead, then figuring out what actually happened to him, right? And I think Webster was hopeful that his daughter and his grandson would still be alive. But unfortunately, that's not the way things turned out. Had you talked her down, I guess it at least potentially could have been a bittersweet ending, that he lost his grandson, but at least he still had his daughter, possibly. But again, I don't know that you can talk her down. I just was hoping that I could choose that other option, because it seemed like it might be a way to save Sarah in the end. I also don't know, obviously, what would happen if you choose to perform the ritual. I suppose we could always, I have the save game, I suppose I could always reload and then just re-choose, like, change. In fact, maybe let's do that. We have a little bit of time left. Let's see if we can go back, and I can just break it out into a separate video. Let's do the alternate ending of those two. I don't know if there are additional ones. So let's do one more time. Okay, so we'll wait a little bit for it to load. Yeah, see what happens when you go totally crazy, just go all in for Leviathan? Yeah. Nothing good, I assume, but we'll see what it does. Gotta... Okay, let's load that. I'm filing my nail really fast. I had a bit of it that was sticking out that was threatening to get caught on something and then rip. It's still not smoothed out. I'm gonna have to do more on it later. That's fine. Okay. Yep. Okay. Or they're all definitely waiting for the ceremony to get started. Yeah, get out of my way. Get out of my way. That's what I'm talking about. This is all cutscene. I'm not doing any of this.
Here you are at last, Truth Seeker.
She was waiting for you.
You were waiting for me.
Yes. When I finally discovered the truth, I knew you would come. All this time I was fighting it, afraid of what I might discover, but I was afraid of myself.
It's coming.
What did you learn?
Listen to me, Edward Pierce, as I will deliver the truth.
Let's just go all in, shall we?
I have seen things. Strange and horrifying, but always true.
Will you trust my words?
Yes.
One man only prepared by the trials and revelations, holds the power to change the world. Because I saw you in the dreams I share with my God. I recognize you for what you are, a truth seeker. One of the rare humans who is able to perceive fragments of his mind.
Yes, yes.
I feel the truth in your words.
His meaning
Because
Cthulhu's.
it was written, or, as I like to see it, painted on the canvas of fate.
See how the pillars in the background kind of mimic some of the illusory things we saw earlier, where they're like broken apart and they're floating. They're not exactly attached to each other. Interesting. I wonder how many of these have those as masks, and how much of those are actually mutations. Given the mutation that happened to Charles Hawkins, I feel like those are actual mutations.
Weglin fa Cthulhu ye Wegan Gal Fatagan.
And there's Cthulhu. Grand Shaman of Gaming, Greg Shefford. He died recently. Oh, that's sad. So, apparently we summoned Cthulhu and let him into the world. In addition, it looks like, despite choosing... So I think she was already gone, right? So, we... in performing the ceremony, released Cthulhu. If you notice, the tail that swung by, and the way that the cliff broke, everybody except Pierce died in the process. Did you notice that? There was nobody standing around him at the end. It was his little island, and everything else broke, and it was just Pierce on that one island. So, even though Sarah Hawkins was the Oracle, she died. Even though Fitzroy was kind of the leader of the cult and the commander of the ceremony, or the one directing the ceremony, he died, and all the other cultists died too. Edward wasn't even a cultist, but because he freed Cthulhu, I guess his reward was surviving or something. And who knows whether he survives, right? Now that Cthulhu got released into the world, I mean, that's not going to end well, right? The world probably is screwed now that Cthulhu is released. So that's... But yeah, Sarah was gone from the beginning. Even though she wasn't actually dead, she had enough sanity lost by the time we found her. And then couple that with her determination, despite what Edward said, you shouldn't go there. She had enough determination to try to force the Shambler, the Dimensional Shambler, back into its own realm, that she sacrificed her remaining sanity to do that. So then, she pretty much was completely given over to do the will of Cthulhu, or Leviathan, at the end, to allow Cthulhu into the world. Like I said, I mean, I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure we weren't actually bringing Leviathan into the world. Leviathan had already come and been killed and was like a malevolent force of some kind, making people go insane. I'm pretty sure Leviathan's talking to us was to bring Cthulhu himself into the world. Yeah, Chaosium is the company that did the role-playing game. This video game was based on. Well, I mean, was the lore was based on. Anyway. Oh no! No. There's Fitzroy. Oh, the cultists did survive, kind of. But they're all insane and attacking each other now. Wow. Oh, and he's attacking Pierce. No. There's Pierce. Wait, what? Sarah was killed with everybody else. Jeez. She had a horrible death, too. She got beaten to death, it looks like. Call of Cthulhu achievement unlocked. So there you go. That's what happens when you release evil on the whole world. Everybody goes insane and kills each other. Yeah. So in the first ending, he was totally racked with guilt and remorse and just trying to deal with all the insanity he had to endure. But in the when you actually open the door and let Cthulhu in, he literally finished going over the edge and everybody just was killing everybody. It was so much worse. At least in the first ending, he had a chance of going back to some kind of normal life. If you give in and summon Cthulhu, it's just bad. It's just over. All right. So that is the other ending of the two that I had as options by the time I finished. Who knows, like I said, if there are additional I never know because I make certain choices earlier on, right? These kinds of games are like that. So, okay. So tomorrow night I'll be streaming again. I'll be doing scratches. So look for that. And then Sunday, yeah, I'm going to try to remember tomorrow or possibly Sunday morning, but tomorrow probably to watch the initial playing of Yomawari so I can remind myself how that all worked. And then once I remember that, then I can go ahead and do the Yomawari on Sunday. So that's the plan anyway. So hopefully we can stick to that. So tomorrow night will be scratches for sure. Hopefully Yomawari on Sunday.